It's time for Word on the Street. We're going to check in with the panelists and find out the stories that they are watching. Rick, you say the Democrats have to answer to President Trump's reckless trade war. They were asked about it last night.
They were, and this is a softball question, really. I mean, by the way, I thought there was a great debate on health care. I mean, we heard a lot of different ideas, pros and cons, a lot of substance. On trade, I mean, God, it was so mushy. I heard almost nothing. Biden did, at the very end of his remarks, say the way to improve on what Trump is doing is get together with our allies. He said that almost as an afterthought. They went through all the other candidates, and really all you heard was, oh, we need to have better trade deals. We need to have labor.
Well, and a lot of them said they'd keep the tariffs.
I mean, that's
they wouldn't.
Or they were wishy-washy on it. The right answer here is, first of all, you never go after China alone. You get all your allies together, which means you don't attack your allies on the same issue the way Trump has done. Next, you go to the World Trade Organization. You try to reform the WTO because that's where China is really getting away with murder. The WTO is basically sanctioning all of these trade abuses, and that's where you really need to do it. This is a boring answer, but it's not a complicated answer. And if they would just have half of a trade advisor on their campaign, they could do a lot better and highlight where Trump's really vulnerable on.
Okay, I'm going to turn to Anthony.
Got a rebuttal?
No, can I add one
Yes.
thing? Because in addition to collectively bargaining, where the Europeans had the same grievance with the Chinese, you could have rate stepped the tariffs. You could have said, okay, we're going to trade parity. We're going to do 2% a quarter for 11 quarters. You would have given business leaders around the world, large and small, a time to adjust their supply chain. Instead, because of the narcissism, I got to own the whole thing myself. We did Trump tariff roulette. We start spinning the wheel. We're rolling the ball. 1 minute we're putting on tariffs. 1 minute taking off tariffs. Now we're going to adjust the tariffs. Today's the date. No, tomorrow's the date. That's not going to happen. This is not going to happen. And you crushed, Rick, industrial investment capital in the country. Look at the first and second quarter numbers. They're almost zero.
And we have a manufacturing recession.
Because of Trump tariff roulette. So the ISM numbers are terrible. Okay, so he's going to get annihilated in these swing states, which is why I'm calling on my fellow Republicans. Let's take him out, put a good relief pitcher in, okay, and let's go with the policies that work, and let's get rid of the nonsense. Same policies, less crazy, okay,
So-
or a lot of the same
So
policies.
here's the question then. What does the path to 2020 look like? How, is he going to be the nominee? If not, what does this look like? Map it out for us.
If he's the nominee, Senator McConnell and Donald Trump are Thelma and Louise driving the GOP off the cliff if he's the nominee. And then we have to rebuild the GOP after that.
And is it?
If he's not the nominee, then I think we have a competitive fight.
How would he not be the nominee? Map that out for us.
Well, I think he's in physical and mental decline.
That doesn't mean he's going to quit, though.
I didn't say he's going to quit. I think you have to go to him. I think
There's going to be a coup?
I think no, not a coup.
A coup in the party, I mean.
Senator,
a party
Senator McConnell has to go to him and say, okay, look, it's not working. You're obviously, something's wrong here. They're moving to impeach you. I'm going to line up 20 extra votes to get you out of here. So here's what you got to do. You got to leave. Okay, you don't have to resign right now, but just finish the term and say you made America great. Okay, but you're not running again like Lyndon Johnson said in 1968.
So you
I say no. I mean, it's very intriguing. I say it's not going to happen.
You can't go through 5 or 6 more weeks of this nonsense in full-blown deceleration over the next 6 to 9 months.
Why would Mitch McConnell do what you've outlined
for 3 reasons. Number one, it's the right thing to do. Number two, the egg is cracking, and he's a very smart politician. He knows he's going to need help to win in Kentucky. He knows he's going to need a strong Republican nominee. The guy spent $1 gajillion. He's jammed stuck at 38%. He's getting annihilated in the swing states. New Hampshire, he's down 26%. That's not a typo. He's crushed the farmers. He's crushed the industrial area of the country. And he acts like a bully, and suburban white women are turned off by him. He has a 36% approval rating with those people now, down from 52% in 2016. And so you're going to go to him and say, okay, look, it's not working. There's something obviously wrong with you. And the tweeting and the lying and the Sharpie and all this other stuff that he's doing, okay. Now,
why would that work,
though?
Why would that work?
Why would it work?
So
why would Trump say, okay, sure?
No, then they'll vote for impeachment. Impeachment and removal.
Who's the strong Republican nominee?
So then you know what John Kennedy said?
Democrats don't even want to vote.
You know what John Kennedy said? He wrote 3 books, right? Nation of Immigrants. He wrote the Why England Slept. The last book was Profiles in Courage. He said it was the thinnest book because there's no courage out there. But you know what? We need a little courage right now from our political leaders. We need people to be fiduciaries for the United States and the globe and look at what is actually going on clinically and say no more.
I will come on this show naked if Mitch McConnell does that to Donald Trump.
Oh, that's a visual we don't need.
Horrifying.
In a towel.
Oh my God.
I'm on the show on that day. We need a barf bag, but that was a little horrifying. Okay, that was a little horrifying.
Shake on
This
it.
is not a big enough cup to handle the throw up coming out of that. Okay, I just got to be honest with you. Okay, let me.
I just have to indicate how implausible this sounds.
All right, Rick Newman, thank you so much for that. Anthony Scaramucci, thank you so much for being here.
It's a
We'll
pleasure
hope
to
you
be
come
here.
back
You
soon.
guys actually let me talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It was hard for me. It was hard for me,
We're
but I tried.